At first, Clontarf Castle feels welcoming. Warm lighting, quiet corridors, people arriving for weddings and weekends away. But spend enough time here and something starts to feel slightly off. Not dramatic, but just enough to notice. This is Clontarf Castle. Welcome to Something Stayed Here. Some places don't tell you they're haunted. You feel it when you arrive. Long before the hotel, before the Victorian towers, before the stone corridors, this land saw one of the bloodiest battles in Irish history. Battle of Clontarf. Thousands died here in one single day, including Brian Boru himself, killed after the battle while praying in his tent. And honestly, places connected to that kind of violence rarely feel entirely settled afterwards. A castle has stood on this site since 1172. First as an Anglo-Norman stronghold protecting Dublin, then later under the control of the Knights Templar and the Knights Hospitaller. The current castle was rebuilt in the 1800s into the dramatic Victorian Gothic structure visitors see today. And maybe that's part of what feels strange here, because Clontarf doesn't feel tied to one moment in history. It feels layered, as if different centuries still overlap inside the building. Guests and staff have reported similar experiences here for years. Phantom footsteps during the night, lights flickering unexpectedly, doors opening by themselves, and shadowy figures moving silently through corridors or mirrors. Not dramatic enough to feel staged, which honestly makes it more unsettling. Some local stories even suggest the castle's so-called resident spirit. They suggest that it could be connected to Brian Boru himself, whether that's folklore or something else entirely. It adds to the atmosphere surrounding this place, especially late at night, when the castle becomes unusually quiet. And there's another strange connection here. Bram Stoker, the author of Dracula, was born nearby, surrounded by Clontarf's Gothic architecture, its battle history, and its local ghost stories. You can understand how places like this stay with people. What people remember most about Clontarf Castle isn't one specific sighting. It's the atmosphere, that strange heaviness in certain corridors, that feeling of being watched just for a second too long. And maybe places shaped by centuries of violence, grief, and memory hold on to something. Not necessarily ghosts, maybe just presence. Today, Clontarf Castle feels elegant, feels busy, restored, alive. But underneath all of that, something older still seems to remain here. Some places don't tell you they're haunted. You feel it when you arrive. Clontarf isn't the only place where history still feels close. There are more places where something may have stayed behind.